Long ago, beyond the red hills and beneath the wide African sky, there stood a peaceful village called Akanbi. The people of Akanbi lived by tradition, guided by the wisdom of their elders and the voices of their ancestors. Every sunrise brought the sound of pounding yam, laughing children, and farmers walking toward their fields with hope in their hearts. Among the villagers lived a young girl named Amara, known for her kindness and gentle spirit. She greeted everyone with respect and believed deeply in the old stories told by moonlight. The village was preparing for its most sacred celebration, the festival of the new moon, a time when the people honored the ancestors and prayed for prosperity. On the morning before the festival, the sacred silence of Akanbi was broken by the loud echo of a gong. Mama Said, the oldest priestess of the land, stood in the village square, dressed in white ceremonial cloth. Her hands trembled as she struck the gong again and again. The villagers gathered. Confusion soon turned into blame. Some villagers accused outsiders who visited the market. Others blamed the younger generation, saying they no longer respected tradition.
Solidarity.
The young people argued that the elders were too strict and refused to understand changing times. Anger spread like dry grass catching fire, and the once peaceful village became divided. Chief Ademi, the village leader, tried to calm the people. He reminded them that truth does not shout, but waits patiently to be discovered. Yet fear made listening difficult, and arguments continued long into the evening. As the sun set and painted the sky with orange light, a stranger arrived at the edge of Akanbi. She was an old woman wrapped in an indigo cloak, leaning on a carved walking stick marked with ancient symbols.
Sim of nights.
Her eyes carried a depth that seemed older than the village itself. Many villagers avoided her, unsettled by her presence. Only Amara approached her with kindness. She offered the stranger water and a place to read. That night, voices of anger echoed through Akanbi. The stranger turned to Amara and gently said that the villagers had misunderstood the message of the spirits. Amara listened carefully, sensing wisdom in the woman's calm voice. The next morning, the stranger asked to speak before the elders. Though hesitant, Chief Ademi allowed it. The villagers gathered once more beneath the great Iroko tree. The old woman spoke slowly so every ear could hear. She explained that the spirits did not speak only of physical purity. The ancestors spoke of purity of heart. She told them that jealousy, dishonesty, gossip and pride had filled the village. People followed traditions outwardly, but had forgotten kindness inwardly. Hearts had become heavy, and unity had been replaced by suspicion. Silence covered the crowd as her words settled deeply within them. The villagers began to see their own actions reflected in her truth. Friends who once trusted each other now carried resentment. Families had stopped,